God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this?
That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend.
Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee.
Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic. Huzzah!
I hunted, Rob. I hunted for Tobey Maguire's dick.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Wait. I've got an idea.
My mind is a raging torrent, flooded with rivulets of thought, cascading into a waterfall of creative alternatives.
God darn it, Mr. Lamar. You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
Nerdrotic.com.
You know, I should have used the Dan Fast song. Damn it. Oh, well. Maybe at the end. Maybe at the end. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Friday Night Tights Square Up. Hey, what's up? Let's see who's here. We've got Charlie Stevenson, Uber Malice. What is that? Weege Movie Reviews 2. Hope I got that right. Frank Howell, Sane Adam, who is a member, Jay Cha-Cha, Duda Man, E Aesthetic, 187, yo, lots of those happening. Nebbins, Carl, hello, Carl, a proud American. What's up? What's up with you? Faye, hello. Isaiah Gross. Is that supposed to say Grace or Gross? Hi. Sorry, I messed up your last name. Eddie P, what's up? Electric HQ, welcome again to an FNT Square. But first, a little bit of news. Wee bit, and then we're going to get to it. And I'm on a time limit, so we're going to get through this. You guys were nuts last Friday, so we've got a lot to get over. And then we're going to do Forbidden Frontier from last night as well. But first, this came across my computer, not my desk, just about 30 minutes ago. Uh-oh. You got played. You got played, investors. And I promise you, you can see old poor Bob Chapek here is going to be the fall guy for what is currently going on right now at Disney, in my opinion, and currently going on with any studio right now. Just pick one. Maybe, maybe not one without a streaming service like Sony, but just pick one. There's a lot of shenanigans, tomfoolery, scheming going on, in my humble opinion, to hide what are astronomically low streaming numbers. Disney hit with investor suit over alleged cost shifting scheme in streaming division. I'm actually going to put this in my next video I'm working on. It's going to take a couple days to work on this one. Investors take issue with former CEO Bob Chapek's optimism. You say optimism, I say complete bullshit. What you decide to believe is kind of on you, about Disney Plus growth and expected profitability. Well, anyone with a brain could see that they were full of crap. Absolutely full of crap. Again, if streaming numbers were good, they would be on top of the Hollywood hill screaming it to everybody. Absolutely everybody. They love them box office numbers, but they're super secret when it comes to streaming. I wonder why. People who work on the show don't even know the numbers. The showrunners don't even know the numbers. You know who knows the numbers? The EP and whoever whatever, say, secret hideout. Alex Kurtzman knows what the numbers are. Does he share them with the showrunners? Possibly. But does he show them the data, or is it just over a phone call? Disney's lofty subscriber growth and profitability targets for its streaming service have drawn a lawsuit from investors who claim that the entertainment giant misled them about the extent of its losses. A suit filed on May 12th in California federal court accuses Disney of engaging in a fraudulent scheme designed to hide Disney Plus costs and make forecasts that it would be profitable by next year. It takes aim at ousted CEO Bob Chapek, which is very interesting. Nobody's taking aim at Bob Iger because he's being honest. Because Disney never lies, especially Bob Iger. It takes aim at ousted CEO Bob Chapek's alleged cost-shifting scheme to first air certain shows meant to be on Disney Plus originals on legacy TV networks to conceal the platform suffering decelerating subscriber growth, losses, and cost overruns, the suit says. I'm not going to read this whole thing. They talk about the show. There is, here we go. The suit claims, sorry, I'm not going to read that sentence. This includes an allegedly fraudulent plan to debut certain shows that were supposed to be on Disney Plus originals, including the mysterious Benedict Society and Doogie Kamalakan something MD, on its TV networks like the Disney Channel. By doing so, a significant portion of the marketing and production costs of the show were shifted away from Disney Plus. Hey, that happened to Andor too, didn't it? Didn't they put it on another streaming service? Did they put it on network too? Not sure. And on the legacy platform, reads the complaint. The suit says the plan was a motivating factor behind the reorganization, which was announced a month before this show came out. So this is no angel. Bob Chapek was no savior. He was just another douchey CEO. There have been accusations of similar behavior with finances at the parks that he was in charge of as well. And if Bob Iger didn't know about that, well, I would never believe that. Not for a effing second. Not for a second. Things are getting bad. Things are bad for Disney right now. Disney keeps losing, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Couldn't happen to a nicer company. Really sorry for the innocent folks who have nothing to do with this. Find a better place to work. I don't think it's the happiest place on earth right now. Just saying. Just saying. We got $10 from JRG Projects. Thank you very much. It was only a matter of time this happened. Streaming has no transparency. This could open the door for more investigations. Iger has changed nothing in the streaming space and has made it worse. I agree. He's actually been a disaster. Thank you. We're going to get to the square up, but that's pretty big news. But like Disney comes out with, there's some form of Disney disaster every week now. And, it goes on my gratitude list. It goes on my gratitude list. Now, if they did something great and Hollywood started turning around and being less woke and stupid, sure, that'd be great. I know there are people who desire this to happen, but they are a minority right now. And there are others who just sit on the fence in Hollywood, just waiting for the winds of change. There will be a day, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a day where you're going to see actors, adult pretenders come out and say, I was always against this stuff. That day is coming. We have achieved, or have we? I keep saying this, but I think we're really close to achieving peak woke Hollywood. I mean, Queen Cleopatra is peak woke Hollywood. I'm sorry, it's a documentary, but if you go to the fine print, it's actually a docudrama that has taken artistic license. They even say that at the end of the show, at the end of the credits. Had 1% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has climbed to 2%. I don't even know how that's possible. And of course, I might save it now. There's an article out there that, well, it's your fault. Of course, it's the audience. It's the audience and white supremacy. All right, we're going to start out with the Rumble Rants. American Legend for $3. Great discussion tonight. Keep it up, fellas. Thanks for all you do. I really appreciate that. It started out, started out a bit rough. It's going to happen on FNT sometimes, but it really evolved into a great discussion about strike and AI. And yeah, so if you stay with it. By the way, it's not age restricted anymore. Last week was age restricted. I don't like doing this, but I wanted the 0.02% of the audience that's under 18 on my channel to be able to see it. You could also see full episodes on Rumble that are unedited. I had to edit out some the intro, and now it's fine. Now it's fine. Mark of Reality for $1 on the Rumble side. Hail Rumble. I'm a huge gamer, so I totally know the two guys that they hire. I've heard of them, but yeah, they're doing the right thing. They got a couple. They got a Twitch streamer over there. That's good. That's good. I mean, I'm not the kind of person who watches Twitch streamers, but a lot of people do. And if you enjoy that, you'll be able to enjoy it on Rumble now and not Twitch. And I am all for that. So congratulations, Rumble. Well done. Well done. I don't see Disney World generating a lot of revenue in the future. Not if they're not going to get the special deal. I mean, it makes them a lot of money, but damn, what's it cost to run a park? That's insane. It's just insane. Like Disney isn't going to die. It's just not going to be the big mouse in town anymore. It's just not. These things go through cycles, and honestly, the streaming bubble has burst, and now investors are going to be mad. The ESG money is drying up. Oh no. And now there's a strike, and there's the possibility, it's an outside possibility, but there's a possibility the actors and the directors could join them in June. It would be catastrophic for Hollywood. I would already say this is going to be catastrophic. Some people call it a strike. I call it a purge. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. I can't even pronounce this name. Udrilbas for $10. We're at the donation side. Thanks for changing the PC build music, but using Amazing Grace feels a bit sacrilege, Gary. Well, it's not the first time I've been accused of that. I'm not using it to disrespect any Christians. I'm using it to disrespect Dan Vask. And it was Perry's idea. Stop the Asian hate, okay? It was Perry's idea. I was laughing my ass off when we did that in the intro. I'm going to keep doing it too. Maybe we'll just mix up Dan Vask music. How's that sound? Kicking my butt right now. XX Cloud XX 1990 for $1.99. Hail all. This is my very first super chat. All right. I'm using the last little bit of my birthday money to send this. Oh, well, happy birthday. Anyway, I just wanted to say I love you all and hail FNT, the fellowship, and the 199. Grizzly Beardo for $5. RC is hot, and she's the only robot I would respect Lando for trying to dick down. Okay. Okay. I mean, are there some hot robots? Robots? I'm sure there are. Clinically inane for $20. Thank you. I'm not a gay cannibal, but sometimes I really want to eat as whole. I got news for you. I got news for you, buddy. Are you watching? Somebody wants to eat you whole. Goob for $3. When Gary described it as fucking shit, that is Vegemite, by the way, he was talking about a literal piece of shit that was used to fuck a yeasty pussy. Oh, God. That had to be a donation. No way that was going through the super chats. Ian Carroll's for $5. All of Australia deserves to be nuked just because of Vegemite. I agree. Giant the World Ender for $5. Jay Longbone, could you please do a Woman King type of reaction to the Netflix Cleopatra documentary? I think she should. It is so in her wheelhouse. She probably is. She takes her time. She plays with her food. I was playing with the idea of doing a video on it, but then I would have to watch it. And then after I watched it, I'd have to do a bunch of research because later Egyptian history, not my strong suit. And the fact that I'm actually agreeing with Zahi Hawass on anything shows how fucked up this is. But I would say Zahi Hawass is probably a little better on the more recent Egyptian history and really shit on the older Egyptian history. And wow, I know it takes a lot of hubris for me to say that, but he ignores a lot of actual Egyptian history. That's for Forbidden Frontiers, though. Speaking as the official duly elected representative of the audience, I will just say that I can only achieve fully entertainment if someone gets naked or bloody or both. Says Grizzly Beardo for $5. Well, I'm not going to say we're not going to get bloody. I've actually gotten bloody on this show in the past because I had this weird thing sticking out my that's a weird pause, right? Sticking out of my desk. Okay. So I'd either hit it with my arm or this was back in San Diego, or my knee. So like I got carved up. But yeah, I'd be doing shows and I'd like flick my hand against it, and I never bothered getting it fixed because I don't know, I'm a moron, and all of a sudden I'm like bleeding during the stream. That sounds like a good Iggy Pop show. If you've ever been to Iggy Pop, if Iggy Pop is not bleeding and his pants are halfway down, you didn't get a good show. I saw Iggy and the Stooges, the original lineup, which I never thought I'd see at Coachella, and it was the best damn thing I ever saw. He freaking killed it. Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast for $665. Hoist the horns to our brother Eric K. Here's to a speedy recovery, you son of a bitch. Yeah, that's right. Our lovely and talented Mod is in the hospital right now. He's going to be there for a couple more days. I think he's on the mend as we speak, but thoughts and prayers go out to our buddy Eric. We love him. We're on the super chat part. Neil Oakley for $19.99, and that's proper money, British pounds right there. Only occasionally venture a super chat, but love FNT. You make my week. Always brilliant, surprising, hilarious, and hail to you all. Had a hard few years, and you all keep me going. Hail to you and the fellowship. Hail to you. A little applause there. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in, Neil. Appreciate the kind words. If we, if we make you laugh and it's at our expense, I'm okay with that. I live to give my friends shit. I do. I wake up in the morning. It's like, man, I get to fuck with Az today. That's a good day. That's a good day. By the way, Real BBC tomorrow on the main channel. Doctor Who episodes. So we've been promising this a month, and I thought it was good timing. It was purely by accident, but I thought it was good timing because the Doctor Who trailer came out. Haven't really talked about it much because, quite frankly, after the Timeless Children, I had my say. I went in and dipped in when Shuri Gatwa was picked, and I was optimistic. I'm like, all right, don't care that the guy's gay. Don't really care. As long as it's a dude. That's fine. Don't care that he's black. As long as it's dude. Doctor's a dude. And then I checked in on the BAFTA interview. The live stream is on this channel, and you could see my hope, what little there was, die. Die. And it was Russell T. Davies. It was Russell T. Davies. So not feeling super it's optimistic. Like, listen, it's great to see David Tennant back and Catherine Tate. It's fucking fantastic. They're great. I don't mind Doogie Howser being a bad guy. I think that could work, especially if it's the Celestial Toy Maker. There's other concerns I have, like with Rose. Oh, no, not Rose Tyler. The other Rose. The very young manual transmission. We'll see. We'll see. I think it's dumb to do 3 specials in 1 month. I think they should have spread it over the year. But nobody's listening to me. But they announced the titles, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. We're also going to go over our top 10 modern, our top 10 favorite modern Doctor Who episodes. And it was not an easy look because I made it harder. I wish I hadn't. Because Mahler asked, like, what about 2-parters? I'm all, nope, it's got to be single episodes. I'm like, shit, I wish I didn't say that. I wish I didn't say that. That made it so much harder. Because I narrowed it down to like 25. And it was hard. It was hard. As a matter of fact, after this square up, I'm going to watch 2 episodes because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But that'll be tomorrow on the Real BBC. Then, of course, we have the 250th episode of Friday Night Tights this week with Chuck Dixon. It's going to be great. I believe Joe Frankenstein number 2 is going to go on Indiegogo on Wednesday. It's a book he's doing with Graham Nolan. Declar's Dungeon for $5. Like I told you, Orlando, love having it on Spotify. By the way, Evil Eye hasn't got me yet. Good. Yeah, we are on Spotify, and we are going to go on Audible soon. Actually, Garrett sent me the link like months ago, and I forgot to do it. So we're going to go on Audible soon. The one thing I'm pleased about is Forbidden Frontier hasn't been fucked with on YouTube yet, like at all. So that's pleasing because even talking about that stuff used to get you instantly demonetized to the point where I was like aiming for that show to mainly be on Rumble, which I still might do, by the way. Depends on if Rumble wants it or not. But it's mainly supposed to be a podcast. So I'm going to work a couple of things to make the audio a little better, so it's a little more enjoyable to listen to, and we will be much more descriptive of any images we are seeing. I've heard your feedback on that, and it's valid. It is valid. Brew That Do for $10. The Brew That Do. Just got my first order of Geek Grind Coffee FNT blend. All right. Tastes like misogyny and sexism. Absolutely delectable. That's we need to put that. Great part of waking up is misogyny and sexism in your cup. Eric Ubox for 10 euros. How was that Eurovision, by the way? It's so bad. It is so European. Hey, Gary, did you read my first super chat? Because I'm too stoned to remember. Well, it's probably down lower, so I'm going to read it out of order. But 420, bro, you do it. You do it. Just don't do it every day. It's up to you, though. It's not good to do every day, though. One Squisha for $20. Thank you. Excellent. Good. Got the name right exactly. All hail FNT. Hail to you. I probably got it wrong. Aruga for 20 British pounds. Thank you guys and gals for doing an FNT on my birthday. You didn't have to. Well, you know what? We felt like since it was Friday, since it was 3 p.m. Central-ish, we felt like we should just forge ahead and do a show just for you for your birthday. Happy birthday. See most of you in September. Hail. The UK meetup. Oh my God, it's coming up. So, it's spring, but summertime's here. Like school's about to end. It's beautiful out most of the time. And if it's not, it's at least 85 and raining here, which I have no problem with. Maybe it's just me. I lived in San Diego most of my life and then San Francisco. San Diego's weather's much better. It's like 75 every day. San Francisco sucked. It's like 60 every day and foggy or windy. But yeah, never like any cool storms or anything once in a while. But man, Texas is interesting. It's interesting. It got so freaking dark today. We had to turn the lights on in the house. I loved it. The weather changes. Verdad, what the hell am I supposed to? How am I supposed to say that? Verdad Dario for $1 Brazilian dollar. Thank you very much. Didn't say anything, but thank you. $1.10, whatever your cents are in Brazil. Antonio Aguilar for 300. I don't even know what's an ISKKR. Martian peso. That's what it is. It's fermented shark. Our fermented skate is worse. I wonder where you are. I'm not going to eat anything fermented. I'm not going to eat anything that ends in might anymore. I'm done. I did my duty and ate duty. Gaming Baker for $5 Australian. Hey, Gary, and the rest of the FNT crew, if there is a 13% positive for the Peter Pan movie, does that mean the fans of the movie caused 50% of the crime? Yes. The internet crime. Verdon Horea for $5. My OCD would like to point out a reference you missed last Friday at the 3 hour and 58 minute mark. I never miss references. I never misspeak. I never misread anything. That's a lie. I do that all the time. He was quoting a Weird Al Yankovic song with a Razor comment. Yeah, I corrected myself. I can't remember what I said, but I thought it was a Razor comment, but it was, but I went, no, that's a Weird Al song. I thought it was something else, but it was a Weird Al song. But I feel you. You know how Verdon, you know how I could fuck with your OCD? Like I could make the thumbnail just like a little bit off, drive everybody crazy. I wouldn't do that. That would drive me crazy. Potato Radio for $5. Heads up, a Pipkin Pippa is under 20,000 from 250,000 and promised to eat a tarantula, not just one leg. Yeah, I'm not eating a tarantula, like, ever. I saw them. I was just watching. I every so often I go on a Jeremy Clarkson rabbit hole, and I watched Clarkson's Farm, and I watched the Seaman episode from season 3 of Grand Tour, where they're in Cambodia. The lads are in Cambodia, and there was a bowl of tarantulas. It's like, oh fuck, no. I mean, is there a price to? Sure, I'd eat one for a price, but it would be too high for this place. A feline named Vajayjay, vagina, for $2. Meow. He just says meow. Dr. Doug for $2. $1.99. Shout out to the late great Herman Cain. Herman Cain. That's right, the 199. God bless the 199. Seeing Ryan in the Oval Office would be cool. Also, would that be the first time the seat dealt with semen? Our ex firm for $4.99. No. No. Retro Meister for $2. Back as a member after a long hiatus. Thank you. Lily Ramsey for $5. Since all the Avengers are women now, would that make the next Avengers movie an X-Men movie? A X-Men movie. I like that. That's a good dad joke from a girl. There you go. Well done, Lily. Charlie Foxtrot for $1.99. $1.99. Ryan is not gay when you're underway. No, Ryan only gets gay when he drinks. I can absolutely back that. I mean, in Vegas, I did not witness Ryan being tremendously hammered. But there is video evidence of him being just absolutely hammered, and he is uber gay. Brightest Day audiobooks in science fiction. What's up, Brightest Day, for $2? I build those submarines, and it's true. What? There's no female representation in building your submarines. Princess Mononoke, best animated film of all time. I've never seen it. Onto June for $1.99. I'll check it out. I'm gonna be watching The Little Mermaid for the first time before the movie comes out. So I mean the animated one, and then I'm gonna watch the shitty one because I figure we're gonna be talking about it. I might as well watch the damn movie. You know, I make everybody else watch the movies they don't want to watch. I mean, to cover pop culture. I know it's a lot to ask. All of these pop culture commentators, like, hey, could you watch this stuff we're going to talk about? Like, come on. Here's for the Fight Milk Fund, says Tim France for $2. Fight Milk, I'm down with Fight Milk. I will. I want a rematch with Camelot because I think I can beat him. And man, I'd have 1,000 Fight Milks before eating Vegemite again. On to June for $1.99. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Nick Hartland for $2. Thank you. Watch Disney's Tarzan 2, Gary. Oh, I've seen Tarzan. Old friend of mine worked on it, did the backgrounds. That's why I saw it. A Giant X Killer for $5. You guys ever gonna do a Conan watch party? I would. Absolutely. That movie's in my top 10. I freaking love Conan. Shark Dentures for $5. I am your age, Gary. I'm sorry. I saw The Little Mermaid with my girlfriend, Gary, and she went under the sea in the theater. But I guess I'm not a man, eh? Oh. When did it come out again? It came out in 1989. So I was 19. Living on the streets, freaking just rocking and rolling and getting in fights and being just a degenerate bad guy. Getting high every day. I'm gonna go to see fucking Little Mermaid. I mean, maybe if I was just on a plethora of psychedelics and somebody asked me, I'd see anything on a plethora of psychedelics. I just never got around to it. And I spent most of the year in jail. So, like going with a girlfriend, fine. Did I have a girlfriend in 89? No, I had some like side pieces. No girl was going to like commit to me back then, but they'd cheat on their boyfriends. I was hanging around Melissa a bit, but she felt sorry for me. Like she had a job, so I'd go and hang out at her job like during the day while I was waiting for my dealers to wake up. So I'd just go and loiter at her work. Shark Dentures, thanks again. Oliver for $5. I recently watched Evil Dead Rise, and one of the characters talked about cultural insensitivity, and I walked out. It's not Evil Dead without Ash. It's not Evil Dead without Ash. So now we've had 2 Evil Dead remakes that were female-led, and they're both disappointments. I think the earlier one people liked better than this one. I will give it that. God, that was one of the first bad comments I got on this channel. Before I even realized like people were watching, we were covering Evil Dead, and there was talks of it getting canceled, but they were still gonna do a sequel to that last remake they did. And I'm like, I didn't like it. I thought it was shit. I only liked Ash showing up at the end. And somebody and I said, they're not going to make a sequel to it. It didn't make a bunch of money. And then somebody just gave me a book on how much money it made and how great it was. And I'm like, so this is YouTube. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It's not Evil Dead without Ash. Go to Shout Factory. You can get the Steelbook. They got a special art Steelbook 4K. It's so good. They'll give you a free little poster too, which I have no room for posters anymore. So I have a bunch of Shout Factory posters. I'm an idiot. I bought a bunch of doubles for like, I own Marvel movies because I used to like them. I don't own any. I think the only one I own past Endgame is No Way Home, which is the only modern Spider-Man that I own. But I bought a bunch of Mondo doubles. So, the cool, I think Mondo's out of business now, but the cool Mondo steel books. So those will be passed out at Dallas too. Hi guys, love you all and what you do. I was wondering if any one of you guys saw Star Wars Scene 38 reimagined. And if so, what's your opinion? Hail the Fellowship and the 199, says Eric, who box for 20 euros. I don't know if I've seen Scene 38 reimagined. I'd have to look it up. I saw the Wes Anderson thing. Thought that was pretty funny. Thought it was pretty good. David Powell for $10. Hail, FNT team. Greetings from Australia. Have you all seen the AI Wes Anderson Star Wars and Lord of the Rings trailers? Yes, I have. I think these alone are better than anything Lucasfilm / Amazon have done in the last few years. I agree. I'm hit and miss. I like Wes Anderson. I do. I like a lot of his movies, not all of them. They're meant to be weird, and I like it. Mario wasn't good and made $1 billion, says Arthur Brown for $2 Australian. I mean, it's not a movie I gave a second thought to when I left, but I didn't I wasn't bored. I didn't hate any part of it. I just went, oh, okay. It made $1 billion because Nintendo is massively popular. That would be my guess. Massively popular, and they didn't do anything to vandalize the original characters that a lot of people grew up with. That's pretty clear. Guardians 3 is doing good. I thought it was a good movie. I do. I was really shocked that it didn't make more money its first weekend. It looks like Fast X is gonna be a popular movie. A lot of critics are liking it, but critics would normally like, Eric Weber. And I saw the trailer today and I was laughing my ass off. And I'm like, that's not so bad. When Vin Diesel and his son escape by driving down the Hoover Dam. I was laughing my ass with a giant explosion chasing him. And I'm like, they don't give a fuck. I kind of appreciate that. Love all you guys. Thank you for my regular nerdgasms. Says Ploppy the Jailer for £5 British. You are welcome. I love that we have so many international people, especially in the UK, so much so that when I talked to my partner manager and we were going over my analytics, which I never do. Here are my analytics. I put out a video and you guys like it or you don't. And they all do pretty damn well. I'm pretty grateful for how well the videos do. So I understand that not everyone is going to be a home run. I would much rather be the Tony Gwynn of YouTube than anything else. Consistent. EJ. Oh, let me finish that thought. So we went over my analytics and he's like, you have a lot of people from the UK who watch them all. Yeah, I know, right? Cool. EJ Paladin for $4.99. Been going through some emotional and psychological issues. I'm sorry. You guys help me keep me sane. Deepest of thanks to the fellowship. Long live the Iron Age. Hell yeah. I think everybody out there has a story of, when, I've talked about it before. Feeling down, you need to go to your happy place. You watch Star Trek, you go watch the original trilogy, you watch Raiders of the Lost Ark, you get buried in Doctor Who, you go watch your Stargate or your Farscape, or I see Firefly mentioned here. Like you go to your happy place, and it definitely helps. That's what escapism is for. It's not a good place to go all the time, but I think most people, the vast majority, just know like sometimes you need to switch it off once in a while. Maybe a couple hours a day. JT for $5. I'm still catching up, so I'm like an hour and a half behind. Has anyone had the brilliant idea of pineapple pizza with Vegemite yet? Yes, somebody did, and no, I would not desecrate my beloved, delicious pineapple pizza with Vegemite. Torkild Ranzau for 100 Danish krona. Doesn't say anything, but thank you. That's a lot. It's very generous. Marta Toro for $20. Hey, what's up? Hello from Chicago. You have no idea how much I've enjoyed this. Pineapple pizza sucks. Oh, wow. Well, stay indoors. Chicago. Stay indoors. I do like the Chicago style pizza, though. I think it's very good. It's a pie, but I like it. Emery Kalam for $5. In a couple of years, Gary will be eating prunes on pizza. Well, that's true. That's true. And your ageism totally offends me. Oh my God. Justin Atkinson. Oh, I'm sorry. Atkinsola for $4.99. Nice to see culturists that aren't crazy like the leftists or ignorant of it like the conservatives. We're trying. I think what's good is, listen, the far leftists have been the biggest problem over the last few years. It's just a fact. Conservatives can be their own worst enemy. But I think more people coming on this platform, not just my channel, not just Geeks and Gamers, not just not just Critical Drinker, not just Mahler, just regular folks, will one day drown out the extremists. Will drown them out with common sense. And I mean, most stuff I just laugh at. I mean, that's all you can do. But like Miller Lite, I guess, came out with an ad a few months ago that people, or just a couple months ago, that people are running, and I'm not going to get into, I mean, it's culturally important, but like I give a fuck about beer. And they came out with like, it wasn't as bad as Dylan Mulvaney, but it was bad. It was bad. It was like intersectional feminist beer commercial. It's like, what the fuck? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, well, it's ESG. It's ESG. Remember the bugaboo of ESG, and people going, it's not ESG. Turns out it was. Very real thing. The Angry Badger for $4.99. Knowledge is knowing tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. The Angry Badger, that is really deep. I'm sure there's more to that saying, but I identify as a person who identifies tomato as a vegetable. If people could just make shit up, so can I. Alexis Carson for $5. Please discuss the Disney reboot of Firefly. Well, very interesting. They asked Nathan Fillion was asked about that by Michael Rosenbaum on his podcast. And Nathan Fillion said, how could you do that? I'm paraphrasing, but he said he'd be down, not for a reboot, but if they came and did it. And he said, we discuss it with Joss Whedon, but you can't do it without Joss Whedon. You cannot do Firefly without Joss Whedon. If you do Firefly without Joss Whedon and what's left of the crew and just continue the story and try to reboot it, it will suck. Firefly worked. You want to know why it worked? It was one season. Now, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but Serenity really kind of wrapped a good bow on that. Firefly is awesome. It's freaking brilliant. Stuart Halverson for $5. Playing Tears of the Kingdom, listening to Friday Night Tights, and drinking Dr. Pepper. This is what I call living your best life. Looks like. That's what it looks like. Sounds fun. Yeah. I hope everybody's enjoying that game. Marvelous DC Girl for $4.99. Hot take. Ryan is hot. Marvelous DC Girl said that. Also, the Little Mermaid movie comes out on the day I graduate high school, so I hope it bombs. Wow. Well, you're a little young for Ryan. Okay, Marvelous DC Girl. A little young for Ryan. But congratulations on graduating high school. Congratulations on being probably the single greatest minority on this channel, a young girl. I hope you feel represented. You're not, but I hope you feel that way. I think The Little Mermaid is not going to do well. There's too much competition. It comes out a week before like Flash and Indiana Jones, and the Transformers isn't going to do shit. That's not going to do shit. Fast X comes out the week before Little Mermaid. So yeah, I don't see it making $1 billion. I don't. But I can see Ryan making 60 videos saying Little Mermaid flopped. Peter Davison for 20 Australian dollars. What's up, Peter? How you doing, man? How's mom? Dear Gary, mother is in the nursing home and I disagree with her management. Well, you and I are in the same boat right now. I had the police set upon me. I wish to have a petition, no politics, no money, in I don't know what he start out a word, but can you shout it out, please? Username lawyers told me. Send me the information, Peter. I mean, if you need help with something. Peter's been around for a long time. His mother watches the channel too. Yeah, my mom, we're dealing with it. About to bring down the fucking hammer. That's what I'm about to do. Brightest Day audiobooks and science fiction for $5. Shameless plug. My latest narration went live on Audible this week. Well, what is it? I mean, if you're going to plug Brightest Day, plug correctly. Okay. I know you're a very intelligent guy. What's the title? I'll buy it. I'll go out and support it. So email me. Okay. So you don't have to do another super chat. Jacob.wave for $9.99. First time catching Friday Night Tights live. Wow. That's awesome. Been lurking since the Fandom Menace days. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? Quite the hashtag that was. Some people thought it was a little more than that. They thought it was an organization. They thought it entitled you to other people's channels. It's crazy. Crazy. Good hashtag. Met a lot of great people through it. Those were the days. Those were the days. And it evolved. It evolved into many other things. It evolved into the Fellowship. It evolved into the 199. It evolved into the Iron Age. It evolved. Got bigger. Winning hearts and minds. That's the most important part. Maybe like not blackpilling. You can certainly blackpill a franchise. Like I've done it myself, but I would see more of that as choosing your battles and just like, listen, this one's just gone. I wish I could tell you different. Star Wars is dead. It's gone. Like they spent hours on the Acolyte at Star Wars Celebration. The fucking Acolyte. Showrunner, former Harvey Weinstein assistant and Judas Goat, Leslie Headland. Just want to tell you guys that you have a profound impact on my life, so thanks. Well, thank you, Jacob. You have a profound impact on ours and everybody in here. So thanks for being here. The good old Fandom Menace days. That was fun. I mean, it wasn't fun watching Star Wars just getting fucking gang raped basically by a bunch of fucking hacks. But I got to meet a lot of great people, and it's kind of like the Fellowship. It's like it was a process. It was a journey, right? And it goes, for me, it goes way back to your boy Zach and Diversity in Comics. When he was just like, something, I'm seeing a pattern here. And that pattern continued and continued. And we saw it with IP after IP and favorite franchise after favorite franchise. And it culminated. I mean, there's stuff that was, like Blood Origin and Santa Inc. and this whole fucking Queen Cleopatra thing. But the biggest one was Rings of Power. The biggest fan revolt, the most successful fan revolt was Rings of Power. You got $1 trillion companies' panties twisted, and they're still fucking twisted. And season 2 is going to be possibly a bigger disaster than the first season, the way things are going. And we'll be ready. We'll be ready for it. You want to go ahead and make it with the same people? Okay. All right. It's not like we didn't try to warn you. So thank you guys. Mocking the stupidity of Hollywood is low-hanging fruit that I love the taste of. My pizza place knows me for my order: large pizza, anchovies, pineapple, mushrooms, and pepperoni. It is the Trinity. Storyteller Nyland for $5. I draw the line at anchovies because they are seafood. I do not eat seafood of any kind. Well, no, that's not true. I'll eat tuna. But you want to hear the weird one? Only if I make it. I will not buy a tuna sandwich from a restaurant. My wife can make it too, but it's got to be like made by my hands. Does that make sense? Well, you ever have a tuna sandwich in London from a coffee shop that didn't have a refrigerated display, and the tuna sandwich had been sitting there for probably a day? I decided to eat it. That's why I make them on my own now. Now, to be fair, London fucked up a BLT too. They did. Well, I mean, they fucked it up because it was the worst fucking bacon I've ever had in my life. It was like ass bacon. It was like Vegemite bacon. Alpius for $5. What do y'all think of GOTY guy trolling the writer's strike and Hassan? Oh, okay. I thought it was hilarious. Yes. The guy who accepted the award. It's Goaty guy. Is it GOTY? I didn't know his name. Fucking hilarious. The one that he had a big old sign that said, "I love landlords." Somebody like Elon no longer has the luxury of being naive or hopeful or whatever. He's tapped a WEF shill to lead his company. There's no wait and see when somebody tells you who they are. Says NOCTRNL. No control. Okay, I got it. For $10. I agree. I mean, anybody should know that. So for every Elon, for every disruptor, Trump was a disruptor. Like him or not, he was a disruptor. For Elon, disruptor. DeSantis to a much lesser extent, somewhat tiny bit of a disruptor. Not that much, though. They're all surrounded by vipers. They're all surrounded by snakes. Our system is rotten to the core. How we fix it, I don't know. I am not the kind of person who's going, and I don't want it all blown up because it will be replaced by something worse. That happens every time. So, like we need to do. We can't wait for Elon. Elon is not here to save us. Daddy Trump is not here to save you. DeSantis isn't here to save you. I just saw the conversation about all the Californians invading other states. Now is the time to shore up your local elections. Make sure they don't start the mail-in ballot bullshit. Make sure elections actually count. Start locally, like right away. You got some fucked up mayor, get him out of office. Get her out of office, whatever. You got some fucked up school board. Well, those are starting to get flipped. That's where it starts. Like that goes for me more than anybody. Because like I just listen, in California, I always considered, especially the last 20 years, my vote was a fart in the wind. Because they changed it, thanks to Arnold, they changed all the districts and fortified their position to be basically a one-party state, which is now in disarray, and San Francisco is in what's called a doom loop. Look it up. It's about to become Detroit. What did Dave Chappelle say last night? It's like it's like Glee and a zombie apocalypse. It's like Glee meets a zombie apocalypse. That's what, and it is. And he also said that the entire city has become the Tenderloin, and he's absolutely correct. That happened 2.5 years ago. The entire city became the Tenderloin. What's the Tenderloin? It was a strip of street near Union Square where all the, multi-million-dollar department stores were, and everybody hung out, and it was like super nice, super posh and super nice center of the city. But if you walked up from Union Square, if you walked north 2 to 3 blocks, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't spend a lot of time in the Tenderloin, you can get whatever you want. And I mean whatever you want on the Tenderloin. Lots of debauchery. And it was open, and it was always in that area. Plus 6th Street too. 6th Street was the zombie apocalypse. But Tenderloin was crazy. Now it's the whole city. Disco Cobra, 2013 for $20. I'm anticipating Fast X maintaining its top spot around the time Little Mermaid comes out. It's got a lot of positive word of mouth, and it looks like to just be a dumb, fun movie, which people want right now. Fast X will probably make around $1 billion, and Little Mermaid might make about 500 million or something. I agree with that assessment. I do. Black Tiger 001 for 220. Blackening when a brother slips in a white gal's DMs. Oh no. Shandogs for $7.99. Entertainment Tonight asked for an insert pic of Ariel. Someone of Entertainment Tonight put up a pic of Ariel self-inserting. Ho! Ho! Yeah. Oh, shit. That meme, before I go, I will give proper credit for that meme. Okay, because I totally took it from Twitter. Data's bionic anus for $19.99. Like a shot through the heart, the Little Mermaid is to blame. It gives love a bad name. Ugh. Fuck Bon Jovi. Thank you for the $19.99. Casey Estrada for $10. Zelda fans, new music for the game by Necro, $19.99, called Zelda: The Legend of Kondo. Spotify, Apple Music, and everywhere else. Go check it out. I don't know what I just read, but maybe it made Zelda fans excited. Surströmming fish. Surströmming. I'm saying that probably wrong, but I see an umlaut. Fish fermenting in the can. The can deforms from the pressure of the gases. It's Swedish. What is wrong with you people? Brent Wolf, thank you for the $20. I'll get Adam Krigler on the case. How you got hot women, though? Hot women. God, Dragon, Axel, and Ghost for $4.99. Hail all. In the intro, what is the movie? What is the movie for Odin? Oh, I don't know. I had to cut it out. Can't remember. Sorry. Ben Dowdy for $2. Try Vegemite on pineapple pizza. No. Arthur Brown for $10. I can eat Vegemite by the spoonful straight from the jar. Am I a real man, Shad? No, you just had a stroke and you have no taste anymore. Harv 3034 for $4.99. Over an hour late watching at 2 times speed to catch up. Maybe be a mistake. I watching Friday Night Tights at 2. I mean, 125, 1.5 speed. Okay. 2 times speed would be kind of funny. Weston 487 for $20. Hail Steph. She is the best of us. Steph is great. I love Steph. Daniel James for $2.99. I sent Steph Vegemite. She ain't gonna eat it. Tricky for $20. Vegemite on pineapple pizza was banned by the Geneva Convention as a war crime. I agree with that. My God, I don't cross the Geneva Convention. Okay. Vernon Copeland for $2. Thank you for the donation. Best FNT ever. Hail. Weston 487 for $10. Cheers. We had fun. A little bit of bickering. Odin. Roll with it, buddy. Just roll with it. It's what dudes do. Okay. Just roll with it. It's not that serious. Not Bunny for 35 Zardoses. That's South African pesos. It says ZAR. That's why I call it Zardoses. Pineapple pizza is not difficult. Pineapple pizza is not difficult enough. Be brave, man, and eat pizza with anchovies and condensed milk. No. I will be a pussy. Not applicable for $2. How did you not do better than Jeremy, lady? That's no way to talk to Odin. He was talking to Steph, but I'm going to say it was Odin. Figures Jeremy would try to make up for Odin and only end up matching him. Bad form, sir. Poor showmanship. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Patrick Bowser for $10, but you know what? Maybe Jeremy needs to try again. Alternate option on the D&D topic, play a one-shot, one-session game or a character one time in their session so you can get a taste of it without the full commitment of a whole campaign. I would do that. They can help you with the hard parts. Aaron T for $20. I mean, I played it when I was a kid. I did. But I would do that. I can't do it this week or the next 2 months, but certainly I would do that. Shad, you need to have Gary eat Vegemite ice cream. Fuck no. What? I had it when I visited Australia and it tasted like salted caramel. You probably had salted caramel ice cream. Noah Sprague Studios for $10. Salted caramel ice cream is dope. I haven't had ice cream in 5 months. There's this place near us that has like I joke with my wife and say it's nitrous oxide ice cream, but it's actually nitrogen ice cream. It's frozen with nitrogen. It's really fucking good. It's really, really good. Please, Jay, sing some white women song. White women. I love Jay. Uncle Timbo Finkel for $1.99. Thank you. Scott McKenzie for $5. Man down. God bless Jeremy. Took 15 minutes to eat one piece and started with a girl bite and took forever to swallow, then needed a tissue. But Jeremy swallows. Confirmed. Carrie D for £5 my first super chat. Oh. Thank you for the great discussion and much needed laughter tonight. Gary's face while eating the toast and Jeremy's slow-mo, priceless. Yeah, I downed it. I did okay, right? Like I ate that shit. Do a search for McCain's Vegemite pizza. Love it, TT, for $2. No! You will not peer pressure me into eating that. Next Vegemite on pineapple pizza. Aiken for $2.99. No! Second Frost for $10. Hail to Gary and Jeremy for being true world-class entertainers. Best FNT yet. Cheers. We try. I don't know about world-class, but thank you. Panda Milk for $20. Gary, have you ever had popcorn with Brewer's nutritional yeast on it? I can't imagine it being too different. Yeah, no. No. Gary trying Vegemite has me wanting some now. Yum. What's wrong with you? I can't even say his name. Akis Shinigami? Akis Shinigami. It's probably you're trying to make me say something like I won't even say. I don't know. Disco Cobra 2013 for $20. Eat a big old spoonful of that Vegemite crap. LOL. I can't imagine people actually liking that stuff. Must be an extremely acquired taste or something. I ate a big old spoon. I mean, I put it on toast. That's what Shad told me to do. I was just doing what Shad told me to do. Here, I'm going to check in on you guys real quick. Oh, come on. Don't. No. Oh, I can't. Shit. All right. Almost lost my spot. There we go. We're on 97. We're on 97. Hey, you guys still there? Ancient Mariner for $10. Gary, are you doing an Orlando meetup this year? So I front the Vegas meetups. That's mine to organize. And Jeremy and Ryan and Geeks and Gamers kind of front the Orlando meetup. And I don't know. We moved Vegas up so they could have October. So I would think it's in October. Not sure though. I don't want to speak for Jeremy. But yeah, that's when we had it last year. And if there is one, I'll be there. I'm sure there will be, but there's no announcement. We're kind of working one meetup at a time. So I've got Dallas coming up at the Dallas Fan Expo, and that is going to be when is that? 9th, 10th, and 11th of June. I will be in California, but there's no meetups there. I will be running around the contact in the desert. If anybody's going, come up and say hi. But I'm just going as a fan to go observe. because I used to go every year and it just came back. Then after that, it is Asheville, North Carolina with the Cosmic Summit. That's going to be a Forbidden Frontier thing on the 23rd, 24th. Then I come home for a couple weeks. Then it's Comic-Con, which it's just probably going to be me hanging out with Chris Gore. Then August, staying home because we got the UK, which will be the 3rd through the 10th of September. No, we got to get our place in Dallas locked down, and then we'll get a place in the UK locked down, and we'll let you know as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And then Orlando is up to Geeks and Gamers. I'll be there, though. I'll be there. I will be there. Oh, my God. Fantastic Mr. Knox for $5 Australian. Saw your take on eating Vegemite. Well done. Better than Odin eating one slice of pineapple pizza. Cheers. Not an FBI for $2 Australian. You just don't like independent black fish women. I don't. You got me. JRG Projects. I read that one. Jimmy Touchdown for $5. How about John Campia taking a shot at Ryan today on his show? Can't wait for John Campia show to fail. What did he take a shot at Ryan Baby Boy for? Do I have to go after Johnny Boy again? Johnny. Didn't you just put your show behind a paywall, brother?
I hunted, Rob. I hunted for Tobey Maguire's dick.
Maybe he's hunting for Ryan's. Maybe he likes Ryan. You know, people from his show watch Ryan's show. Like his brother-in-law, who I didn't even see him there, but he went to the screening of Rob's Free Enterprise and Chris's Attack of the Dock, that Salty, the Salty podcast of Matt, Salty and Matt Kadish and all the guys there, Matt Vader, put on, and he was there. He said he watched Ryan's stuff. Maybe he's a little mad about that. Maybe he's a little mad that Robert Meyer Burnett left and his live stream got halved in viewership. I don't know. I don't know. And listen, I'd love to sit down and debate John Campia someday. Comic books, comic book movies, some lore. Love to. Absolutely love to. Anytime. Don't think it'll ever happen. But I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with him. I would. I think he secretly watches Ryan. He's super chatted Ryan before. So maybe he's hunting for something. I don't know. The only thing I take issue with John Campia, I think his takes are terrible, but he should be allowed to have them. He's got every right to have them, and he's got a young audience that's very loyal. But it's his take on fandom, cousin humping, basement dweller, that kind of bullshit, that I'm better than you fucking bullshit that we get from Hollywood, because he wants to suck up to the corporations and the creatives, because he wants to be part of that world, and he sees himself above fandom, like a lot of fuckwads do in Hollywood. And they forget that they wouldn't be there with them. And they're, I'm not going to take you to Nerdrotic class or Nerdrotic school and put some cheesy fucking PowerPoint to teach you like something fucking basic, like a good story has likable characters, and likable characters with a good story make a good movie that might be popular or might not. Because you get hot takes like that from John Campia. Good movies do bad. Bad movies. Good movies. Oh, so I fucked that up. Good movies do good. Bad movies do bad. Let's go to Campia school. I mean, but he talks to his audience like they're 5. I don't know if they're 5 or not, but yeah. Yeah, don't fuck with baby boy, John. I mean, we know he pays attention. We know he doesn't like our presence in what he believes is his realm, movie talk, the realm of movie talk. Was he a pioneer in it? I guess. I never watched him, but Jeremy did. Jeremy did when he was part of Collider, and I guess Collider started out okay. Again, I wasn't watching. But they did it to themselves. Because just like with the access media, they thought we're the official version of events. We're the pipeline for your information. We're the authoritative source. And it turns out that a lot of the colliders, especially the online content, were filled with failed actors, failed comedians, fake fucking nerds. Now, were there some nerds in there? Absolutely. John Schnepp, absolute nerd. Robert Meyer Burnett, absolute nerd. There's even some I don't like that I think are nerds, but a lot of booth babes, a lot of, like I said, failed actors, failed comedians, looking to be talk show hosts, and thought it was a leg up. And they got beat by the fans, by you guys turning on a camera in your spare bedroom and live streaming, and they can't compete against that. That's why they got to put their stuff behind paywalls. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I loved Forbidden Frontier last night. You read The Haunted Mesa yet? I haven't, Jimmy Collins, but I will. That's the thing about Forbidden Frontier. That is a show that requires a lot of really fun work. And I put a lot of time into it. I do. I put almost as much time into that as I do one of my videos, which is reading a lot of stuff, listening to a lot of stuff, watching a lot of lectures, reading some books. But having Jimmy Corsetti on last night was huge. He was our first official guest. He was a gentleman. And we're going to have him back. We're going to have him back soon. We had a great conversation. It was tons of fun. Thank you, Jimmy Collins. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. I just read the Disney biz planning to take some of their content off of Disney Plus. Are they looking to have it down on other streaming sites to make some money? If so, that seems a bit desperate. That's exactly what they're going to do, which is not going to work. I mean, Paramount was told, or at least it was passed along by Wells Fargo, that Paramount should just shut down and license their stuff out, like license Yellowstone out. They'll make more money. I don't think that's a bad idea. It's too late for Disney. It is too late for Disney. They're merging fucking Disney Plus with Hulu to do more of that scheming and hide more of the numbers. But the problem's not going to get better because they still put hundreds of millions, billions into Disney Plus, and it's failing. It is failing. And it ain't going to get any better because they're not making anything good. And they can't make anything better without writers. Big Killa for $5. Have you seen the Lord of the Rings game Golem? I have. Did you watch the honest trailers? Have not watched the honest trailers. I saw the trailer. Ooh, I don't know, man. For one, I have to get a PS5. I have to get a PS5. I don't want to get a PS5. My kids don't want a PS5. My kids are PC gamers. So I don't know. I think I'm going to let you guys decide. You tell me if it's good. Let's just say Lord of the Rings games, not the best track record. Base Player 2011 iffy for $20. Unless these are massive worldwide boycotts, Disney World and the cruise will always make money. Yep. Because people, if like do what you want, but if you're a conservative and you're getting mad at Disney, but then you're going on a cruise or going to the park, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm not even a conservative, and I'm not going on their fucking cruises. I'm not going, and I've been on cruises. I actually like cruises. And I'm not going to Disney World or Disneyland ever again. Ever. I'll just go to Universal. Universal's fine. Or Six Flags. That is the go-to park for once in a generation trips. The international travelers bring children and a lot of money. And there you are correct. But I think Universal with Nintendo and Harry Potter could really gouge into that market share that Jeremy's talked about so much. Harry Potter, not going anywhere. It's a generation Star Wars. And in a lot of ways, bigger because it's not just films, which are finished way behind the OST. But and I know there's EU, and I know, but like the Harry Potter books sell, it is in the stratosphere how much money those things make. Okay, in the stratosphere. Very popular series. Art Bell did not like Zahi Hawass, neither do I. But he would have agreed with his opinion on the ridiculous Netflix documentary. Absolutely. And so do I. I think Zahi Hawass is a twit, but he's not wrong about Cleopatra, who is of partial Greek lineage. There's a Cope article out there. Most of the evidence points to her looking Mediterranean. Okay. They keep bringing up white supremacy and stuff. This is Mediterranean. It's a very specific look. It's Greek. Okay. Middle Eastern. Greek. Why are you trying to take that away? Well, you know why they made that decision? I'll read you a quote. This is from the showrunner. From an article from one of my videos. So you get a preview here. I'll read you the quote because I put the quote in here, my Discord, my secret Discord. And the quote is from the showrunner, either showrunner or director. When interviewed about the hubbub, she said, and I quote, "What a political act it would be to see Cleopatra portrayed by a black actress." I repeat, what a political act it would be to see Cleopatra portrayed by a black actress. So it was to own the opposition. It wasn't for art. It wasn't because she was the best. It wasn't because it made sense. It was to be a political act. What have we been telling you forever? With the fictional characters, when they take a ginger and recast it with a black person, it's a political act in a lot of people's eyes. It's not a genuine move that, hey, this actor, who just so happens to be black, is the best person for the job. Nope. It is white people generally making these decisions as a political act to own the haters, own their enemies. And it's also part of the marketing campaign, creates conversations. How long have we been talking about this? And long gone are the days. I mean, we're still called racist and sexist, but long gone are the days of people actually believing that now. And they're starting to come over to our side and go, you know what? They're pandering. They're pandering for the whole purpose of it being a political act. Mr. Chris for $1.99 says you missed my super chat from the real BBC. Was it last week? Because that was on Az's channel. Joe Voss for $4.99. FF with Corsetti was brilliant. I listen to Randall every day. Excited to see that the channel grow. Thanks, Gary. Yeah. Thank you, Joe Voss. I have big plans for that show. That's the show I'm going to do until the day I die, whenever that is. We'll be at 100K soon. Would love to see you on a 100K celebration. We will be doing comic book trivia, says Mr. Grant Gregory, for 5 British pounds. Yeah, like shoot me an invite. May would be better. I'm going to be on with Clobber in Time a week from today. I think I committed to a week from today on Clobby's channel talking about comics. Hostile bogey inbound for $5 US pesos. Are you going to play Tears of the Kingdom? No, I don't play Nintendo. I hope you enjoy it though. Nothing against it. I'm just not my thing. I will get back to Witcher. Off topic, your streams are low volume on phones. Love you. Really? Turn your damn phone up. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. Let me check. I don't think my volume's low on this. How's the volume, peeps? You tell me. You tell me. Fine. Yeah, I mean, StreamYard sucks, all right, but it's cheap and it's easy. The way I like my women. No, it really needs to get audio issues down because like it's used to webcams. That's what it's used to. And I've got a very, as you can see, I don't have my stand anymore. I actually got it on one of these. I drilled a hole in my table. I'm going to have multiple ones just in case I ever have somebody sitting across from me. But I finally got this set up right before the show. Volume is fine on a Motorola. All right, cool. I watch exclusively on my phone. Cool. Thank you. Maybe it's just a connection. Not sure. These are the newer super chats. I'm going to get back to the older ones just a moment. You guys have been crazy. Look at this. Blackguard 64 for $10. Gary, have you ever had Detroit style pizza? No, I have not. That wasn't Little Caesars. In my experience, it's a lesser known of the pizza varieties, but it's good with its crispy edges. I'll try it. I don't hate Little Caesars. I am no snob. I will eat I won't eat floor pizza, but I'll eat 7-Eleven pizza. I'll eat 7-Eleven hot dogs. I don't care. I am pretty cheerful. I feel like my ambitions in trying to get a job are finally succeeding. Animation classes are going well too. FYI, I sent you a rather eccentric email. Thought you might enjoy it. Thank you, Aurora Uplinks. Bless you. And I'm glad things are working out. Glad you're feeling up. Thanks for the $10. Patrick T for $4.99. Disney should be boycotted. Seems like the YouTubers can't let Disney disappear. Well, it's not YouTubers who are doing it. You know, it's up to people individually to know what to do with their money. You might be sending money to Disney unintentionally. They might own a company that you know nothing about. I cover pop culture, so I will cover Disney. I will watch their stuff, but I also do, Patrick, there's stuff I do but for 99% of the time, I buy a ticket to another movie and sneak into their movie. Okay, I don't give them money. I quit buying Marvel Comics, which was a lifelong passion. I learned to read on those things. I never thought I'd quit reading Marvel Comics, ever, or DC, but I did. I don't buy anything direct from them if I don't have to. Maybe a couple of my bucks are going to a streaming service, but not Disney Plus. And this is my gig. This is what I do. Home Toast for $9.99. I can't wait till studios lose their power like the book publishers did. We had a great jump in good books since they can't gatekeep anymore. Hail to the Fellowship and the 199. That's true. Publishing not quite as powerful. People still find legitimacy in it, and that's the sad part. It's like, well, you're not a real author unless you're published by Random House. Or bullshit. There's a lot of people who are published by Random House who can't pay their fucking bills, which means they're not writers anymore. All right. It's a hobby. A lot of comic book writers and artists who can't pay their fucking bills writing comic books and drawing comic books means it's a hobby. According to them, just go and buy their rules. You have to be published. You need that affirmation from a giant corporation or you're not real. That shit, that's the blue check mark on Twitter. That shit's gone. Reading some fucking article that called listen, I don't think every article is about me. I don't think when they call out YouTubers, they're talking about me. This one, I think they watched a specific video, which I will respond to in time, but I was called an amateur critic. I started out that way. I don't know if I'm a critic, but am I amateur? It's because I'm not beholden to a giant corporation or part of some contract, or am I? Okay. So tell me, how much you pulling down at CBR? You know what? Honestly, I would recommend going on YouTube. If you are a critic with your salt, you come out on YouTube, you got a good personality, you're going to make more money than you do at CBR with your 0.0001 cent a fucking word. Matthew Hammond for $4.99. Sorry I'm late. According to Robert Barnes, the new CEO looks promising. He looked at what many people think are private Twitter likes. Okay. I like Barnes. Barnes is a good dude. But you can't blame people for like, fuck this wait and see stuff. She worked for the WEF. That's a giant red flag, Matthew. It's a giant red flag. But if we're wrong, good. But I would say still protest it. Still hold Macarena's feet to the fire until, because if we start seeing the shadow banning and all that shit again, Twitter's fucking dead. Google Jamon Crudo provolone pizza if you want to see God-given pizza. What's a Jamon Crudo provolone? I like provolone. Diego Salazar for 225 Argentinian pesos. Ancient Mariner for $10. Gary, are you doing an Orlando meetup this year? I read that already. Realistic Delinquent. Nicholas Holt. Ryan Renfield as Superman. Thoughts? He's not a bad actor. I don't know how big he is. Is he like 6'2", 6'3", like Christopher Reeve? If he bulked up, maybe. It's not exciting. And it's another recycled superhero because he played Beast. Is that for sure? I heard it was rumored, but I don't know if that's for sure or not. I would have preferred Henry Cavill. And I am way out to lunch on James Gunn being able to do a Superman movie. That is not in his wheelhouse. Dark Warlord for $5. Thanks, Gary and crew, for getting me through 10 months of layoffs. Finally found a job. Oh, congrats. And mega dittos from a Limbaugh Institute graduate. Oh, hail. Rush. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Rush. Okay, back to the FNT super chats. Lee Kramer. Gary, now I feel entertained. Good. Mr. Pickman for 99 cents. Thank you for the donation. I love this show. All the lulls, says Unknown for $1.99. Well, plenty of them. We are lulls. Christoph Cavalets for 5 British pounds. Writers are mad at AI because it's all binary code. Writers are mad at AI, and those motherfuckers have been using it to cheat. They just didn't think it would bite them in the ass. Marta Toro for $10. Screw pineapple pizza. No. Super Chat Destroyer for $2. 199 slices, and he ate one. Lord J for $10 for the pizza. 199. With the film success of Mario and demolishing sales of Zelda, Nintendo needs to take a bow and raise a middle finger to the Mouse House. Hail a 199. Shandogs for $7.99 Australia. The Malware Music for $20. It's my last day working in audio in LA after being in the industry for 7 years. 1 month until I move out of the hell back to the great state of Maine. Hail, you lovely folks. Fuck Disney. Fuck Hollywood. Oh, man. Well, congratulations for getting out. Congratulations for getting out. So Marhouse for $4.99. I like FNT, but honestly, everyone crapping on Odin that much, especially when he wasn't there, put a bad taste in my mouth. Y'all, I don't know, y'all friends, but I don't know. I know you're all friends, but I don't know. Dude, we're fine. That's what we do. That's what we do. If Odin, for one, I don't tell people what to do. I don't tell people what to say. One thing I don't particularly like is stirring you guys up. And Odin made his bed. Odin went out there and started responding to comments and stuff like that. So Odin needs to take it like a man. And that's exactly what I'll tell him when I talk to him. So exactly what I'll tell him on a live stream. It's exactly what I'd tell him privately. You want to go mix it up with people, better be ready. Better be ready. And I'm not going to come in to save your ass. You're a grown-ass man. Do it. But it's fine. It's fine. But no, we're cool. We don't get our feathers ruffled by what should have been something super fun, a pineapple pizza bet. So we tried to make it fun again. Young Stowe for $5. Hail Friday Night Tights for a super chat. All right. Warner Brothers needs to do Batman Beyond in real life. Have Keaton play old Bruce and Nicholas Hoult, Renfield dude, play Terry. That's what are your thoughts, Gary and Az? I think he'd be a better Terry than Superman. But he's already played the Beast. I even got his 1/6 scale, like, right? Where'd it go? Oh, it's back there. You can't see it. It's under the shelf. It's under the shelf. Soon Ripa's going to use AI to play Mario Kart for him, and it'll still hit the penguin, says Rory Rampa for $5. That is horrible to say about Ripa. I mean, not really. He famously sucks at Mario Kart. Gary's beard crabs. Listen, they're my friends. We have a beard crab circus. Okay, for $2. Shad, new video idea: snake versus nunchucks. That's good. Snake Plissken for $4.99. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail to you. Tyrant Lizard King for $5. Jay should knock up Grace Randolph. Their baby would be the most memeable baby ever. The chosen one of memes. Meme dib. Maybe. New Fresh Prez is out, says Johnny Worry Sex, aka Juice Cannon for $5. Juice. Joose, not Jews. New Fresh Prez is out. We'll watch it next Friday. 3 slices for the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Odin, who wishes to keep his life, shall lose it, says, oh, wow, Alpius. No. It's fine. It's over. It's over. We made up for it. It's over. Shad testing snake chucks now. When? Says NK33. Soon. Jesus Davila, thank you for the thumbs up for $10. Cole Hauser for $2.20. Destros Weather Dominator. Yo, Joe. Hail 999 and FNT. Shad has to do a snake versus nunchuck video. Everybody wants it, Shad. Remember, stay angry for $5. Guess y'all didn't hear New York City had a recent patch that added druid thugs. What? Druid thugs. Yeah, it's a crazy place. Cassius, thank you for the $10. Luke for 10 British pounds. Are we still discussing how many Disney Marvel movies flopped? If so, tell Jeremy we are heading towards 8 of them by the end of the year. Hail FNT. Hail to the fellowship. Hail to you. Yeah, because Disney paid themselves for streaming. Disney also did not report what is tantamount to reshooting an entire movie to the budget. Lucasfilm was strangely honest about the $300 to $350 million they played for Indiana Jones. Holy shit. Tricky for $10. Jeremy won't mind eating pineapple pizza. He's had worse things in his mouth. Oh, a pizza is a pie, not a slice. Odin, says Ann Serkin for $5.50. Brothers Debate for $5. You guys rock. Thumbs up. So do you. Andrew Stover for $5. Whoever loses the next bet eats has to eat Disparu's loaded diaper. Oh. So it's okay to argue with the chat now with Ryan. It's almost like Jeremy scolding Odin stuff was gayfabe. All dumb, says Serious Morehouse for $4.99. Gayfabe? Jeremy and Odin should oil wrestle instead. That'd be funny. Not Nut Bunny. Pyro Rampa for $10. I feel insanely called out. I've had this letter for years. Oh, the letter. Yeah. Ryan hates the Alphabet Alliance. Says Hayden 75 for $20. He does. Ryan just hates everything. He's indiscriminate with his hate, though. Not applicable for $2. I don't even have an actual name, and I do hate Ryan. Yeah, so do I. Aiken for $7.99. Don't put too much Vegemite on, just a light smear. I put too much on. Aiken. Breaking of the Fellowship. What? Odin fighting with Jeremy? No. I'll arm wrestle everyone on FNT and win 5 out of 5 times each just to make y'all never talk about friggin' pineapple pizza again, says Jegs Dingod for $5. Davey verse for $9.99. Odin Bud Lighted us. Yes, he did. Still better product placement than Marvel, says Cassius. Dog Walk for $5. For 20 is pizza time. 420 is pizza time. Why can't you just say 420? Is that something you can't say in super chats? Even if you spell it F-O-R? Why'd you say 420? A white boy like me is going to fuck that up. DB for $5 Australian. Shad, if I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would be McCain's Vegemite and cheese pizza pockets. I highly recommend you try it. You guys are all disgusting. I don't know what's wrong with you. The emu should have won. Odin should eat whatever he agrees to when the bet is placed. Nothing more, nothing less. Says Zane Who for $7.42. Not applicable for $2. I'm on Odin's side because Jeremy's a huge dork. Daniel James for $14.99. The more important thing is how much Vegemite should Gary be eating? All this fight over pineapple pizza, Sal the meh guy for $2. Yeah, well, it wasn't just pineapple pizza. It was an attitude afterwards. It's an attitude afterwards. Got to take things in stride. It's the internet. It's not for everybody. It's just not for everybody. Gravely mistaken for $4.99. Loser of bets eats one slice of pineapple pizza per million earned by Guardians of the Galaxy total profit globally, not domestically. I agree with that. I'll eat it. Old Jaeger for £5 Hail, first time super chat. Hail to you. Jennifer Lawrence first to do everything past, present, and future, but could she round a corner like Ariel in Little Mermaid? I don't know. You're barmy for $2. If Jeremy loses, he has to eat rosary beads. There you go. Quarter Black Garrett, what is your best audio mixing tip? Max Rosen for $1.99. I'll pass that on. Ade Robertson for $4.99. Odin has gone full Jack Murphy. Wow. Rooster Cogburn for $1.99. Get in those giant sumo suits and go for it. That would be funny. That would be funny. That I would pay good money for. Max Rosen. Maybe they should do a boxing match. Maybe Odin and Jeremy should box. Kind of like Boogie and Winks, because that was riveting. Max Rosen for 99 cents. Thank you. The Exalted Patriarch for $4.99. Shad, Vegemite or wasabi? Oh, wasabi. Wasabi. Use a spoon to spread it, and it will hurt more. Fucking give me wasabi all day long. A feline named Vajayjay. Meow, my owner is a whack job. Yes. Vagina. Place Bosch Shotgun 8 for $5. Jesus already paid for Odin's sins. Why must Gary and Jeremy suffer? Also, if Marvel spends $200 million on marketing their films, what are they buying? I don't fucking know. Gray Ghost for $2. My pizza is stuffed with crust. Meat lovers with pineapple all day. Yes. They took her gerbs, writers in current day. They took our gerbs. AI took our gerbs. Rogue, well done for $2. Black Tiger 001 for $5.50. Message to Jeremy. You're a nasty person. Hail the 199. And I, too, adore Crimson Tide. An all-time great movie. Great movie. Great shouting. Some of the best shouting ever. RIP MCU fan, says Odd A. Robertson for $4.99. That's a G&G Daily legend right there. Hail the $1.99. Time and place for $2. John Orchard for $10. Chrissy Mayer made it on Fox News. Go Chrissy. She did. She made it on Newsmax, Fox News. Didn't make it on our show, but bigger things were calling. I understand. JMD Reed for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights to the $1.99. Love you guys. Glad to see Jay Longbone. And if you're looking for a good indie fantasy, read The Storm Below and Shadow of the Dragons. Well, I felt The Storm Below before. I'll check it out. ETWTV for £5 The assassination of Jeremy D.D. Kroba by Odin reviews The Coward. Wow. A2 Odin? L.A. La Jam On for $20. Ask drunk X-ray girl about Camelot's thumb trick. Oh, I don't know about that. Not applicable for $2. What up, Jay Longbone? Get Carl on also. Okay. David Bruce Jr., thank you for the $5. Edgewise CL for $5. New Gendy show Unicorn Warriors Eternal is so far so awesome. Check it out. Oh, I heard that was weird. A longtime lurker, first-time donator. Thank you. Hey, Alice, would you ever consider joining G&G Tabletop Campaign Secrets of the Frost Maiden to replace Coda Black? Garrett says Orman for 20 Canadian pesos. I think he was asked that, and he said, probably not. I know you guys hate Matt Walsh. I don't hate Matt Walsh. I hate his views on pop culture. But have you seen his interview with Ryan Webb? She is both stunning and brave. Censored novelist for $5. I don't hate Matt Walsh. I don't. If I go after somebody's takes and give him some shit, doesn't mean I hate him. Slick Gossip for £5. Let's go. 199 crew. We did it for G&G. Now let's do it for FNT. 8-hour stream. Let's go. Hashtag hail the fellowship. Hail the 199. The Exalted Patriarch for $1.99. I'm just here for the hails and swigs. Good. Hope you had a lot of them. I forgot to label my previous super chat first timer. You can get the chime now. Took a beating in the critics court, so you don't need to be gentle. I won't. Gordon Kavanaugh for $5.50. Okay, and that wraps it up for Friday Night Tights. We're gonna go to Final Frontier. Oh, X-Ray Girl was working on those while I was on the show. What's up, X-Ray Girl? So the donations are for $3. Odin 79. All we need for the power grid is another Carrington event. It is set. Oh, man, this is going to be a hard turn, by the way, folks, because we're talking about the Carrington event was a massive solar flare that fried the telegraph lines, set them on fire. Imagine if that happened today. Look it up if you're not familiar with it, the Carrington event. Other telegraphs worked for hours, disconnected from their batteries. Great show and keep up the good work, guys. Hail to you. Southeastern Kaiju for $10. Hail, Jimmy. Appreciate your content. Looking forward to what comes next. He's got a video coming out. I know he's got, I don't know when, but I know he's working on one. Zoltar Xantheus. Love the intro. Yeah, Perry's intro was awesome. All right, we're going to get to you guys. Dark Warlord is where I left off. Oh my goodness. There it is. Okay, Matthew Hammond for $9.99. The Stargate SG-1 series was created by two veteran TV producers, Jonathan Glasner and Brad Wright, from The Outer Limits. Changes were made from the movie to match the humor of Richard Dean Anderson. Awesome. Swirling Abyss for $5. I'll take that Vegemite off your hands. We can meet in the Heroes and Fantasies parking lot or wherever you want for the handoff. Oh, is it still in its older location? I'll bring it to you. Let's see. I'll call Comics Division. We'll do a comic book run. It's been a while since I've been there. This life-size Spider-Man that's behind me, I bought it there. 6 scale Mafia, but yeah, just I don't even know where we did with it. I got to make sure I didn't throw it away. I don't think I did, but I got to make sure. 6 Scale Mafia for $10. Sup, G? Rob is on my show bi-weekly, as you know. He's such a great guy. Just because JC made a big mistake. Oh, John Campia made a big mistake again, in my opinion, and totally throwing shade at Ryan was cringe. And what's with the suit? Keep it up, my guy. It's behind a paywall. So did he talk shit? Did it come out in a clip? Could somebody tell me in the chat? Like, who the fuck? What the fuck is he throwing shade at Ryan for? Well, because Ryan does better than him. I mean, like, his channel's stagnant. It's stagnant because he live streams too much. So quitting live streaming, I wouldn't quit live streaming. What? God, I can't believe I'm giving John Campia advice, but here I am. I'm doing it. Unsolicited advice, John Campia. Edited videos. For one, you do a live stream. This is before he quit. And then he spams out a bunch of videos all day. Your channel's going to fucking die doing that. You can't do that. You can't like plop a clip out every hour or all at once. That's why your channel's not growing. That's why the viewership isn't there. Like, he should know this. He should know this. You get what? 3 notifications a day if you're lucky. So do your live stream every day. Maybe grab 2 clips, but also 1 edited, produced video that has nothing to do, that's not clipped from a live stream, that you record, that you have a good edit. Make sure it's well researched, well edited, throw in some clips. Oh, and have a decent take. Have a decent take. And your channel will start growing again, John Campia. There's unsolicited advice for John Campia. The live stream wasn't actually hurting you. It was the spamming of your clips that was hurting you. Yeah. So when you're clipping videos out of a live stream, don't put them out all at once. And don't put, like, if you have 5 clips, save a couple for a couple days down the road. Separate your video releases by a minimum of 3 hours. If you're going to do multiple a day, you know who's a good guy to talk about that? John Campia, Ryan Kinnell. Talk to Ryan Kinnell about that. But because I rarely release 2 videos in a day. I think it's happened like 4 times on my main channel, like ever. But I make sure they're minimum 6 hours apart. So yeah, you can live stream in the channel. I wouldn't do it every day, but I don't know. People are used to it on John's channel. He had a successful live stream till he got rid of Rob. There was a lot of people viewing his channel. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the spamming of the clips and not producing any real good videos. Just saying. That YouTube runs on videos. It's not fucking shorts. It's not live streams. It's videos. It's the only way your channel is going to grow is still videos. You can get away with 20 minutes if you want. I've been getting away with it. 10 to 20 minute videos, unless you're Mahler, who's just an anomaly, but a very unique anomaly that there's only one Mahler. But yeah, that's how you grow on this channel. That's as far as I'm concerned, as far as what I've learned. Don't know everything, but yeah. Now I got to find out what the fuck he said about Ryan. Willy Wonka is being butchered with a possible female Wonka. Oh, Jesus, salty Aussie. I thought they were doing a young Willy Wonka with the symbol of masculinity, Timothy Chalamet. John Dark for $20. Thank you. Actually, Holt is being considered for Lex Luthor, says Kelrez. Too young. Sir Marhouse for $4.99. Will you guys have Seamus from Freedom Tunes on? He's getting into streaming now. Was on Sitch and Adams a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I like Seamus. I would get him on. WG, pineapple on a carne asada burrito, good or moral outrage, Gary? I wouldn't do it, but I like if somebody put it, I'd try it. I don't like I've had Hawaiian burgers before, which is guacamole and pineapple. It was fine, but I'd just rather have a guacamole. I don't want pineapple on my burger. I stopped reading comics in 1987. I feel like I missed a lot. 420 says John Dark for 20. Yeah, there was a lot of good comics after 1987, but you don't have to read past 2010, in my opinion. Page one, Nicholas Hoult being cast as Superman is further proof, in my opinion, that James Gunn was not the right guy for DC. The firing of Henry Cavill and the hiring of Tom King already proved it. Anakmaman, I'm not going to get an argument from me. Pointed that out in my video. Odin ate pineapple pizza, so did Jeremy, and even Steph, my nerdy home. Poor Gary ate poo. Gary won. And the arm wrestling for charity is a great idea. I'd do it. I'd arm wrestle both of those clowns. Inakmaman, abuser of Streamlabs for $5. P2, everything I love is dead, but I still have the past. I just rewatched The Boondock Saints. Hey, the movie is still fire, better than everything today. You're right. Sir Ubasan, favorite comic series, favorite book, and favorite manga. Well, I haven't read a lot of manga, so I don't have a favorite. Berserk's my favorite manga by far. Favorite comic book series. That's hard. Because I think Amazing Spider-Man still. I mean, it's super basic, but Amazing Spider-Man. Close second, Fantastic Four. So Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 500. It's fucking great. Fantastic Four 1 through, well, they renumbered a lot, but 1 through 500, fucking, especially the early stuff, like 1 through 300 is just masterpiece after masterpiece. Fucking great shit. But also do not sell Daredevil short. Daredevil's pretty fucking awesome. Doesn't have Fantastic Four, especially Fantastic Four and Amazing Spider-Man have a bunch of first appearances. That's where all the real groundbreaking stuff happened. Those are the two goes as far as and Batman 1 through 500 is pretty 1 through 600. It's fucking awesome too. But what's my favorite? Amazing Spider-Man. Vegemite receipt. 1 teaspoon of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of Vegemite mixed together until soft and spreadable. Spread on toast. That helps heavy-handed. Alkin for $7.99. Yeah, Shad tried to tell me that, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm here for you guys, so I'm going to put too much. You're angry, Uncle Matt. Thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. All right, let's get the Final Frontier stuff done. There's a few of them left. There's like 30 of them, 35, a lot. Matthew Hammond, $4.99. How long after the pole shift will the atmospheric layer be weakened? I think it's immediate. That's the immediate, like, there is one theory that a pole shift will like shift oceans and land and we're all going to die. And then there's the other one where we don't feel it, but it weakens the atmosphere and then we're all going to get sunburns and die of cancer. So you pick. At least with sunburns and dying of cancer, dig a hole, something you got a chance. Ganter, dim for $5. Linguist history has clues about the moon thing. See the world lunatic. Also, the fourth turning could explain the way people are acting. I just think like the moon affects our gravity. The moon affects the tides. The moon affects all animals. And the phases of the moon probably fuck with our brain. It fucks with the magnetosphere, which probably fucks with our brain. Makes us a little confused and crazy. I don't think that's that out there. Plus, I've seen it. Like in prison, when it was a full moon, you could fucking tell. You could tell. And when it, after it happened for like the 6th time, I was like, there's something to this. Alpius for $10. I just got to say the timeline stuff on the New Testament is not correct. The first things to be written were the apostles. All of that were 20 to 30 years after. At least 2 or 3 gospels were before 70 AD. Okay. That's why I asked, because I don't know. And now read 2 Peter 3:39. Says Bubba Doom for $5. Jimmy was reading some scripture last night, some of the Bible. I think the Earth's core is superyonic water/ice. Says Andrew Booth for $5. Yeah, we don't know what the Earth's core is. We suspect, but we have no fucking idea. We really don't. Not until we crack open this planet or another one will we know. Omega for 125 Mexican dollars. Cheers from Mexico. I wish I could share your channel more, but language barrier and stuff. But I want to ask Jimmy, what do you think about Dr. Zahi Hawass' reluctance on newfound theories? Love you guys. His reluctance on newfound theories makes him insecure about the cultural impact of being Egyptian. And I think a lot of people feel like, well, if Atlantis is a legacy culture from, or if Egypt was a legacy culture from Atlantis, then it wasn't made by Egyptians. But I would argue it's in Egypt. So what does it fucking matter where that legacy came from? It's in Egypt. So Egyptians can still take full credit because it's in Egypt and your lineage would come from that anyway. So yeah. I that's what I think it's from. I think it's political. Plus, they want to be the authority. They want to be the gatekeepers of all the information. And they might be right. I don't fucking know. But I think a lot of things need to be investigated, and they're not. Like Ben from Uncharted X did a video a couple years ago that is about the labyrinth. The labyrinth was one of the ancient wonders of the world. It had been talked about by multiple historians. They've never been able to find it. They suspected where it is. Well, they found it. But they can't excavate it. It's political, mostly, because the Nile's been dammed up and the water table's going up. And to excavate it, you would have to fuck with the Nile and that dam, and farmers wouldn't get water. Ben explains it much better than I have in his video, but it's there. And it's megalithic. And they even say it's just Middle Kingdom, but Ben thinks it's older, and I think it's older, especially if it's megalithic. It's going to be way before Middle Kingdom. CII classified the Adam and Eve story about the pole shifts, so you know something is up. Yes, and that's in Jimmy's video, Crash 6674 for $5. Diego Salazar for 500 Argentinian pesos. Variation in the salinity of water could change ocean currents. This is true. Now take those to massive water pulses from the ice sheets, and there you have it. Yep, that's what creates an ice age and starts a younger Dryas and ends a younger Dryas. Luis Sueves for $10. Captain, pole shift, all shields down. Andrew Booth for $5. Tombstone had a ban on carrying deadly weapons at the time. So much for gun control. Yeah, nobody listened to that. Oh, Mexico has a ban on them too. Grand Canyon was a result of discharge from the sun that also melted the glacier's electrical universe. Decky 69 for $5. Some of the electrical universe stuff is fascinating. Is really fascinating. It is. I don't know if I believe it, but it's fascinating. And why the fuck not? Sandy Q for $5. Yes, I'm here. I still watch, even though you break my heart. I break your heart? I'm sorry. I try not to break anybody's heart. Southeastern Kaiju for $5. They don't want us asking questions about these things because well, then start asking other questions. Exactly. Exactly. Josh Krushkin for $4.99. An armed society is a polite society. Yep. Well, you know me, Sandy. I'm a big heartbreaker. No, I'm not. I just speaking my mind. You know what breaks my heart? Watching all the shit we love getting completely fucking destroyed by corporate greed and activism, which work hand in hand and also are not mutually exclusive. You know, it's really interesting back on the Hollywood thing that Hollywood was starting to, some may say navel gaze. I would say starting a self-examination of sorts. Way too late in the game. It was right at the end of the last year. And now we're well into a strike. We're well into massive layoffs, billions lost, investors revolting. I mean, this is a perfect storm of just complete shit for Hollywood. And we're about to get Little Mermaid, which has been ratioed to hell. We just got Queen Cleopatra, a Guardians movie that, quite frankly, should be doing better than it is right now. It's doing not as bad as initially thought from the opening weekend, but it should be doing better. Absolutely should be doing it. It's a popular franchise, popular characters, and it wasn't a bad movie. It should be doing better. And if it wasn't for China, which they don't get any of that money barely, it might be screwed starting this week. I don't know. I have no dog. Said it before, say it again. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy would make 750, 800 million on the high end. Even if it made $1 billion, if it made $1 billion too, if it made $2 fucking billion, wouldn't save Disney. Wouldn't save Disney Marvel. Been saying that forever. This is a one-off from a guy who's not even there anymore with a bunch of characters who have just been phased out. So it makes no difference. The Happy Plague Doctor for $5. This is all stories of me and the boys. McBurdy for $5. In 1492, the Spanish had just emerged from the most horrific war ever. Their violence was carryover from the Reconquista. Not defending, just context. They still had a lot of bloodlust going. Listen, they did what people did back there. They conquered. They had better technology. They had better weapons. They were more organized. How could a bunch of dudes spend months on boats, come over to a country and conquer it? That's almost unfeasible. I mean, I don't care about the advantage, the technological advantage. You would think that the Aztecs would have just more men. But the explorers were treated mostly as curiosities at first. And as they were crawling, and they weren't the first ones there, by the way. But as the Spanish got there, they made people sick. Totally unintentional. So when the conquering armies came, they were weakened, greatly weakened. The Smithsonian is also covering up the pre-Lucy hominid bones found in Cappadocia, Turkey, back in the 1990s. I wouldn't be surprised. But things keep getting older. They keep finding bones. The thing is, though, it's very hard to find human bones. They have to die the right way, or you don't find them. Fossilized bones. That's what you're looking for, right? So they have to die in mud. They have to get frozen. So that doesn't happen. A lot of back in the day, they just died on the ground and got picked apart. Don't gaslight us, guys. Everyone back then were brutal bastards, Aztecs sacrificing motherfuckers. I read this one last week, and we weren't gaslighting. Aztecs were no angels. To be fair, the Inca and their Native Americans were just as bad as the Spanish and Europeans. They literally ate people. All cultures are equally messed up. I agree. And I mentioned that the reason, aside from being sick, having better technology, but still, there's no fucking way that a couple of, like, 4 ships show up full of people couldn't beat a country. It's not like they had like fucking Gatling guns, okay? They were treacherous, but they were also sick, and they were also warring with each other like crazy. Jake D, loving the episode. Show y'all. Listening to Jimmy run through these things is excellent. And Gary, you're a far better interviewer than you give yourself credit when it's something you love like this. Oh, thanks. Crash 6674 for $5. What's y'all's opinion on Lady of El Shay and the bronze relief with cuneiform found in Utah? I would have to look that up. That I do not know. I know the cuneiform on the Magnapente bowl. I'm going to get that name wrong, but it's a bowl that they found. There's cuneiform on that. That's crazy because that was found in South America. Bright Insight video of 2018 introduced me to this whole subject. Now I've been on 2 Brian Forster tours. Thanks, Jimmy. Says Echoes of the Ancients for $20. Yeah, I want to go on a Uncharted X tour and a Brian Forster tour for sure. I believe the Electric Universe explanation of the Grand Canyon. Look up the pictures of the Lichtenberg figure and compared satellite pictures of the Grand Canyon. Yeah. So they think a lot of the damage on the moon and some on Mars might be electrical. And it does like kind of mimic what a lightning strike looks like when it hits the ground. It's kind of weird. It could be that just nature does follow patterns. It does. Or not. I don't know. Something happened to our solar system. We have one planet on its side. We have Neptune, not Neptune. We have Venus, which is just a fucked up planet. It should not be that hot. But it is. So something happened we have a giant asteroid field. Something happened in our solar system at one point. Just blitzed through Fingerprints, Magicians, and America Before. Great books. Totally hooked. Should I continue with Graham? If so, what books are a branch out? That's kind of his big trilogy. We can try Underworld. Underworld is his scuba diving around and finding stuff underwater, which I just read an article that they found a 7,000-year-old road in the Mediterranean, at the bottom of the Mediterranean. I forgot under how much feet of water, but it's a lot of water. Have you considered that our history at large is false? Human accounts only go back 100 years. If there was a cataclysm or pandemic, history could be rewritten. Yeah, I mean, like the Spanish flu was 100 years ago. Seems like we dealt with that better than we did COVID, right? Neil Horn for $20. Gary, great show tonight. You're knocking it out of the park. Here's the question. If ancient people traveled to the oceans and contacted other populations, then how is it that smallpox and other diseases ravaged the New World? Well, they were okay, so they traveled distantly in time until the Younger Dryas. So the theory is there was high civilization, and I mean high like Rome. We'll say like there was a seafaring culture. It's like they didn't have spaceships or cars or plastic or factories. They were like Rome. They had plumbing. They had toilets. So they were like Rome, but 10,000 years ago, 11,000 years ago, a few thousand years before Rome. Cataclysm happens, wipes everything out. So before that cataclysm, there was contact, and there's absolute proof of it. Absolute proof. The Polynesians, there's Polynesian DNA in the middle of the Amazon jungle that dates back thousands of years. How the fuck did they get there? Well, if you think about it, there was 10 million square miles of more of land when the oceans were 400 feet shallower. Easier to get around. Re-boats can go pretty far. But it wasn't just re-boats. It was civilization. There was a mother civilization. And a lot of records have been destroyed. I think it's a possibility because man in his current form, in our current form, has been around for 300,000 years, probably longer. but for what is it? We'll say 300,000 years. So it's only until the last 5 or 6,000 we just started figuring out how to do shit with the same brain. It's weird. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. The Grand Canyon is the result of a plasma discharge from the sun that also melted glaciers. That would account for the energy needed. Yeah, that I would rather honestly have a fucking meteor hit the Earth than plasma discharges hitting our planet. We'd be so fucking dead. Mario Build Reps, his stuff is awesome. All right, Josh Kelsey for $20. Thank you. Pothole says Dex69 for $5. Crash 6674 for 50. Randall makes a better case for the Azores. Oh, I read this one. Thank you, GJJ, for gifting 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Sophie for $6 says, Hale saw Hunt for the Skinwalker book at the GN in Kansas. What do you think? Legit? Worth it? Also, did Garrett and X-Ray Girl get the stuff? Hale, I'll ask them. Sophie, we got your candy. So we got your candy, and what we did was we shared it with the fellowship at the meetup, Sophie. So, and it was wonderful. Thank you. Yes, get the Hunt for the Skinwalker book. Okay, because that's George Knapp co-writes it. It's also available on audio. It's very good. It's a great precursor. You can read that book and then see Jeremy Corbell's Hunt for the Skinwalker doc, and then you watch Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, which is a little overproduced and a bit dramatic, but I love it. It's on my TV right over there right now. Mikey Gussler for $20. Gary, so will you accept my offer from a super chat on Friday Night Tights about inviting Jay Longbone on the 26th to discuss the Little Mermaid remake? I know you have a guest scheduled, but can you invite her alongside, please? It depends, because we have Paul Chato scheduled. So, like usually I don't want the guests. If we invite 2 guests, we usually let them know at the same time, just to be nice. Like Paul Chater probably wouldn't give a shit, to be honest with you. I don't think he'd care. But, it's just good to be respectful. So I'd have to ask Paul first. I'd have to ask all of my co-hosts first to see if they want to have an extra person on. I have to ask Jay. But I don't think it'd be a bad idea to maybe bring her on for like a half an hour to talk about the movie. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Prefree 66 for $5. Dragon Riders of Pern gives ancient apocalypse vibes. Advanced civilization is destroyed, but leaves warnings of future throughout buildings and astronomy. Same thing. A Song of Ice and Fire is a civilization in decline from a higher golden era. And that's I don't want to say a trope, but that's a mark of a lot of good fantasy. Lord of the Rings is a civilization in decline from a once golden era. Star Wars, civilization in decline from a once golden era. It's a thing. It works. Oh, sick. You guys got Jimmy. Yes, we did. Sifar and the Algeria is another one nobody knows about, like 5,000 cave houses. Thought it was like 10 or 12,000 years old. Tasli and Najir. I'm going to have to look that up. There's so much shit we don't know still, though. Great show, chaps. I heard that the Rakat structure has 25 points of articulation when comparing it to Plato's description of Atlantis. The only difference is the diameter and the structure is larger. It is, but there's a lot of fucking similarities. It is weird. It is an amazing coincidence. Forrest Galante talked about the possibility of giant sloths alive in the Peruvian Amazon. He mentioned it was possible as some university in the U.S. paid for an expedition, and there are unexplored pockets of land there. Yeah, Forrest Galante is awesome, by the way. Thank you, Diego Salazar. And there are many, many portions of the Amazon that us white boys and us Western civilization has not, like there are natives there who have walked all around, but it hasn't been studied by the authoritative sources. Maybe they're still around. Great I've been excited for this all day, and today is my birthday. It says reset the cripple for $5. Excellent. Okay, we're wrapped up. Let me get these. Ooh, this one went long, baby. Long. Let's get these wrapped up. Sophie, hail Gary. I meant the book on Kickstarter. What book on Kickstarter? There's a book on Kickstarter? Hang on. Let me get that right now. Oh, Hunt for Skinwalker is a graphic novel on Kickstarter. Yeah, I don't know who wrote it. Is it? Yeah, I just get the real book, Sophie. I don't know. If you like the art and you want to back the person, you go ahead. But if it's just like them making it fiction, I mean, if you want story ideas, listen to old Art Bell. If you want story ideas, if you're a genre writer, the X-Files would not exist without Art Bell. The X-Files is basically Art Bell, the TV show. Was Art Bell in an X-Files? I want to say he was, but I could be wrong. Interview Dutch science about star fortresses, please. Okay, Princess Unicorn, I will. Sophie, thank you again for the candy, by the way, and the kind words. You're wonderful. Harry Nizos 429 for $9.99. That's all I have to say. RX Firm for $1.99. Going to have AJ and Hecklefish on at some point. Sure. We're going to have Jimmy back. I want to get Ben on, and Asheville. I mean, hopefully we'll get to talk to Randall. I don't know what his availability will be. I know Ben's going to be there. Ben and I, Ben, sorry, I will shoot Ben back a DM on Instagram. He shot me a DM on Instagram. My wife told me about it, so I'll shoot him one back there, but I'll respond here. You're awesome. It is surreal that like Jimmy was aware of this channel and Ben is aware of my channel. And these are two people I've been watching for a while. I have a lot of respect for in this field. And it's awesome that they even know what the channel is, and they're super cool guys. And it seems like they're willing to talk to anybody because they're all about the truth. And that's what we're here for, right? The truth, whatever it is, whatever the fuck it is. I'm sure most of you believe, it's probably somewhere in the middle, and it's probably still wild. Hello, Gary. Greetings from Brazil. One question. If I become a member of this channel, will I be members of other channels too? Final Frontier, Friday, etc. Thank you. No, it's just for this channel. So you could like pick, there's a link from in the description for this channel, but whatever one you want. Like right now, you guys are helping support the creation of this show. There will be member exclusive content at some point once we get more of our shit together, to be honest with you. This is like still in the beta stages, this show. But it took a big leap yesterday by getting Jimmy Corsetti. That was like one of the little levels we had to get up. So, and you guys are supporting the hell out of it. So thank you. Or you can just watch. The member stuff will be extra, but the main show will always be for free on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify. Not going to paywall you guys ever on this. You might have to be bothered with a sponsor at some point, like in the middle, like an ad or something. This is the only show I'd like. Live streams, I'll do it, like to help what I believe is going to be my retirement job, which is this I wanted, because we're going to travel a lot. I'm going to get a drone. Yeah, we're all in on this. Adam's all in. They were, him and Quarter Black were super excited about this idea, which made me fired up about it. So I'm really grateful that you guys are liking it. Dr. Quagsire for $5. My first super chat. Hey-o, hey-o. Thank you. Can we keep discouraging Spider-Verse? There's a baby and a pregnant woman running around with spider powers. Why? Well, I'm actually, Garrett and I are going to see it the Friday we get to Palm Springs to watch to Contact, and I'll probably do a quick video. It looks like all the worst parts of modern Marvel comics are going to be put in a movie that just doesn't. A pregnant woman fighting is fucking retarded. It's fucking retarded. Well, she's a superhero, and what if she gets hit by a supervillain with equal strength? Then that's a dead baby. It's stupid and it's retarded, but that's not Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman. It's so fucking dumb. Oh, yeah. I thought the first movie was fine for a cartoon. That's basically my whole take on it. I thought it was fine for a cartoon that didn't count. But Miles Morales is Miles Morales and Peter Parker is Spider-Man. All right. That should do it. Let me just make sure. Didn't put the Streamlabs link up on purpose, but I just want to double check. Oh my God, where's my dark mode? Looking for something darker. Okay, while we're waiting for that. Good. Cleared up. Xavier Peterson for $9.99. Aerial Phenomenon when? FF is awesome. Love it. Very soon. Actually, that we're going to hit. My main interest is right now is Ancient Civilizations because I think the most exciting stuff is happening in that field. I used to be, I'm usually just into UFOs as I am to Ancient Civilizations, but again, I just think there's way more exciting stuff happening in that field right now that we're getting to some like smoking gun shit. I think the Tic Tac is huge. I think Dennis or Fravor. I keep saying I might get his first name wrong, but the pilot who saw the Tic Tacs, one of the most legit guys out there. I know there's a lot of the problem is with ufology. You think the bickering's bad between Randall and Graham. It's fucking terrible in ufology, and it's damn near destroyed it. And the Tic Tac brought it back, but then so many people going, it's a psyop. Yeah, the government's telling us something. I wouldn't trust it, but that doesn't mean it's not a fucking UFO. I mean, we're getting crazy footage. Some fake, some was not. I think there's one person you want to follow in ufology, Richard Dolan. Richard Dolan is not full of shit. Richard Dolan is the real deal. So if you want to go down that way, I just don't think it's as exciting right now since they opened up with the whole UAP thing and then they shut the door. But I seriously believe that there's something going on in our oceans. I do. Stoked for Cosmic Summit. See you there, brother. See you there, WG. Thank you for the $50, brother. Aurora uplinks for two $5 super chats. Everywhere, massive cataclysm weapons destroyed their society. Oh, wait. Movie pitch. Undersea, the Atlantis rise up. They're doing an Atlantis movie, dude. And guess who's doing it? Roland fucking Emmerich. I'm so pissed. I would love for like a real take on it on Atlantis. I'd watch the shit out of that movie, but they're doing an Atlantis movie with Roland Emmerich. Movie pitch. Undersea, the Atlantis rises up. They hate everyone because 10,000 years ago, a massive civil war on Earth led to society collapsing everywhere. massive cataclysmic weapons, destroyed their society with the aftermath, and returned fire from the destroyed others seeking vengeance. I mean, that's Prince Namor. They could have done that in the Black Panther movie, and they fucking didn't. That's Aquaman, you know. But yeah, I would love to see it. It's weird that there isn't more Atlantis movies, right? Conan has the sword of Atlantis. That's right. The bastard sword of Atlantis, I believe. When I heard it was Roland Emmerich, I'm a motherfucker. Hail, Gary. Will you and Mahler ever do a Buffy stream together? Yes, Elizabeth. We will. But Mahler and I are the type of people that if we're going to do a Buffy stream, then we need to watch every episode of Buffy with our notebook, which is 2 days minimum, 3. I mean, I burned through Buffy before pretty quick, but 3 minimum, probably more like a week. Let me put it this way. I'll have a week to fuck around the next 3 million view video I have. That's when I'll have time, which may never happen again. David Turner for $20. We was just in Vegas, drove back through Area 51 in Skinwalker, saw 3 UAPs being tested to the northeast of Area 51. We 100% have portal tech. Did EVPs at Skinwalker, which provoked orbs, suggested the campground next to the ranch. Oh, there's a campground next to the ranch. I will fucking go there. I will go there. David Turner, thank you for the $20. I've been up on the mountain overlooking Area 51. I did do that. I did climb it. I didn't see shit. I saw Area 51 though. I did. Jeffrey Hallman for $9.99. Gary, a recommendation, a YouTube channel called Machine Thinking has some truly excellent videos on the history of screws. Fun and relevant for Forbidden Frontiers discussion of ancient manufacturing. I dig it. Oh, I love ancient tech because, you know, we're finding out like the origins of the gun go like back thousands of years, and they don't even know technically when it was invented. And gunpowder and Roman candles and maybe napalm, like they had a Greek fire, right? It was the Greek fire that was like a napalm that they don't even know what the fuck it was. So there was a mother civilization, and civilization declined. And the end of Egypt, Greece, Rome were all like remnants of that older civilization that was restarted after a cataclysm. That's my opinion. That's how I think. I think we go way back. You know, I don't know about like Michael Tellinger stuff where we're like 250 million years old. I don't believe that, but I certainly believe thousands and thousands, and our civilization minimum goes back 20,000 years, maybe more. And there's a lot of proof of that. Probably more though. Probably more like 40. We'll see. We shall see. I'm going to get out of here. Oh, you guys are crazy. You guys won't stop. Will there be any spanking? How many? Happy birthday. American Dreamer. I only spank my wife. Kellraiser for $19.99. Have you heard of the book called The Adam and Eve Story by Chan Thomas? Yes, I have. It says there has been many human civilizations that have been destroyed over time, and humanity has started over many times. This would explain a lot. And that's part of Plato's discussions about Atlantis too, is mentioned that too, from the Egyptian priests. I'm watching Buffy when Gary and Mahler watch Buffy, says John Bonnier for $2. Excellent. Great show. All right. Now I'm leaving. Guys, stop. I gotta go. I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. And well, God, nebulous. The City of Safar Museum, Tassel Najir Park. That is the oldest bestiary known to man. Drawings of flying ships and giants. Oh shit, I gotta find that out then. The floods probably are thank you, Nebulius, for $5. Aurora Uplinks for $5. The flood probably are what wiped out the ancient civilization, maybe comet hitting the earth because God was not liking humanity's choice in cities. Well, then we're fucked, aren't we? If that was a precedent, we are most certainly fucked. Okay. Hail to the chat. Hail to the Modrotics. Hail to everyone who left super chat and donation. We appreciate you all, as always. You help keep us going. We are 100% powered by you and YouTube ad money, but which is you watching the videos. I don't care if you block the ads, though. I heard YouTube's taking away the ad blocker. That's fucked up. But we'll be back with Forbidden Frontier next Sunday. We'll be back for Friday Night Tights 250th anniversary episode with Chuck Dixon on Friday. We've got Doctor Who on the Real BBC tomorrow on this channel in about 13 hours. And Chris Gore and me are going to be chatting some Writers Guild strike on Wednesday. I'm working on another video. I've already got it's already formulated in my head. It happened usually like when I do a video, I take a couple days to chill. But this one happened like the next day. I was like, oh shit. It's all Perry's fault. So I'll catch you guys later. Again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it tonight. And let's end with some Dan Vask. Remember to subscribe to me. Fuck Dan Vask. No, if you subscribe to me, you will get an exclusive song from Dan Vask. And he's a glorious singer. I'm not. So catch you later, y'all.